Hey, my name is Beb. Well, I don't really have a ton of control over how long any given game is, and this one is quite the short shift at the keyboard. Let's talk Tangle Tower. A puzzle and investigation game you play as Detective Grimoire and Sally, sent to the titular tower, actually a pair of opposing spires rising from a large mansion, and home to two different families, the Pointers and the Fellows. Everything here kind of has an unnatural bent to it, whether the size discrepancy between the towering Fritz and the squat Fiona, or the strange flora and fauna that dot the entire place. The water especially is called out as having odd properties, and it definitely feels that way as you nose around. You were called here to investigate the bizarre murder of Freya Fellow, having occurred in a locked room with no obvious murder weapon. That thing quickly spirals out as you discover through both nosing around and interrogations that no one in this house is really happy where they are, and are all striving for something either lost or perhaps never found at all. The actual Tangle Tower lives true to its name, its entwined nature mirroring how enmeshed everyone who lives here is, not being able to escape. Those that leave are rarely spoken of directly at all, and little is admitted by anyone about them. This game makes it hard to talk around spoilers, so I'm gonna leave it there. Spoilers would ruin a good chunk of the game. This is investigation after all, and I do think this is 100% worth a play. This game rocks. Okay, let's go over to the gameplay itself. There are three main methods of interaction: classic point and click nosing around, puzzle solving, and interrogations. There's very little that's highlighted for you explicitly when you're just clicking around, and you often hit clues that don't jump out to you at first, or just get a little fun interplay between Grimoire and Sally. They have a great, bold dumbass and chill snarker sibling kind of energy, and it's honestly a highlight. They're great. Most rooms contain a puzzle, which can vary in both difficulty and sometimes even clarity. If you have a puzzler's mind, most of them are fairly intuitive to start, but some of them are a lot more complex than I understood at first. Shout out to this tab pulling one that kicked my ass for a minute. Each rewards you with a clue or a piece of evidence, which you can leverage against the suspects. Let me give a short rundown of them. There's the mute matriarch Flora Fellow, delusional delver Felix Fellow, hushed horticulturalist Fitz Fellow, succinct scientist Fiona Fellow, arrogant astronomer Percival Pointer, pensive pianist Poppy Pointer, obnoxious ornithologist Penny Pointer, and patronizing private eye Hawkshaw. Each person has a good amount of hostilities, friendships, and most importantly, secrets that you'll have to unravel if you want to figure out who actually killed Freya Fellow. You can ask each subject about the others, about each piece of evidence you have, and what they were doing the day shortly before the murder. After that, you kind of need to talk to everyone else to figure out new methods, new ways to pressure them. Doing so in a thing called a suspicion, where you push someone a little harder to see what new information you can wring from them. Again, I'm trying to be vague, because if I'm super obvious, then it takes a lot of the bite out of the game and its reveals, I think. This isn't Columbo, where you know who killed them at the start. Sorry. I also want to give a huge shout out to the voice acting. It's stellar throughout, and I was never unclear about who I was talking to. A lot of characteristics are implied through the way people speak as well.
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA, sometimes.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No.
Top-notch shit. This fucker is short, though. I'm not trying to spoil too much of it here. I think the only game that was even in the realm of this short was Breath of Death. There's a handful of things you have to make sure you do for completion purposes, but it's not that big of an ask, honestly. But yeah, I had a great fucking time. Consider these towers Tangle. Let's spin the fucking wheel. Well, shit. I guess we're playing the robot game. I'll see you when I see you. Later.